Hello my little scientists, how are you today? Well, this afternoon we have a really funny experiment to do. So have a look carefully, what can you see there? Do you know what these are? These are dandelions. Mrs. Turner found those in her garden and I thought, what could we do with dandelions? So I've got dandelions, I've got some flour, which is very precious, I've got some oil, and I've got some other special powder called cream of tartar. And then in my cup I have some salt and I have some water. So what do you think we're going to try and do today? Do you know? Well, we're going to try and make out of all these ingredients some Play-Doh. Isn't that funny? Dandelions in Play-Doh. Well, I am right. We're going to make dandelion Play-Doh. So remember, sometimes in our experiments, do they always work, children? No, they don't, do they? So fingers crossed, everyone, that this turns into Play-Doh. So the first thing we have to do is we have to put the water, and we just need 1 cup of water into a bowl. Now this water has been boiled in a kettle, but Mrs. Turner has let it cool a little bit. So that is the only time you might need help from your grown-up. So in goes the water. And then what you have to do with your dandelions is you need to chop them up. So I'm going to put that there, and we've got to chop them as small, as tiny as we can. And with the lovely dandelion flowers, the yellow part, see if you can pull off the petals, the lovely yellowy bits. Now, we all know, don't we, that we don't pick flowers if they're growing because they're God's flowers and he put them there for them to grow and look pretty. But do you know, dandelions aren't really a flower. They are a weed. And weeds, lots of people don't want weeds growing everywhere because it ruins their garden. So we're going to cut away, remember very carefully. Keep your fingers away. We have to keep going. We have to keep going. Keep chopping away. Try and get those dandelion leaves as small as you can. So keep going. Mrs. Turner actually did some earlier, so you can see how small that is. So I'm going to put those in, and I'm going to keep chopping for a little bit, minding my fingers. So once you've chopped them up like that, can you see it's quite small? You put it in the bowl of water, and then with a spoon you're going to do lots of mixing. Keep going. You've got to try and get all the dandelion leaves nice and soft. Oh, sorry if it's a bit noisy, children. So we're going to keep going, and you're going to do this for a little bit longer than Mrs. Turner, but that's because I'm showing you what to do. So when it's your turn, remember to keep going as long as you can. Keep stirring. So we're stirring the water and the dandelions. So there we go. And then the next thing that I'm going to add is some oil. And this isn't just normal oil, it's baby oil. And I need to put in 2 teaspoons. So that's my little spoon of oil. And it goes 1. What comes after 1, everybody? 2. Well done. I'll put the lid on so it doesn't fall over. So I'm going to give that a bit of a stir again. So keep mixing, keep stirring. And then I need to put some salt in, and that's going to be my cup of salt. So in that goes. Give it a good stir. I see there's lots of mixing and stirring, children, so I hope you've got strong arms today. So we're stirring and stirring, and now I've got to put my cream of tartar in. And again, I've got to use my little teaspoon, and I'm going to put 1, 2, and I'm going to give that a big stir. Can you see it all mixing in, children? Oh, keep going, Mrs. Turner, keep going. So there we go, that stirred really nicely. And then my last ingredient, do you remember? It's flour. And what we're going to do with the flour is we have to put 2 cups of flour. Now, flour is very precious at the moment, so your grown-ups might only let you do half the ingredients, but that's okay because you could make just a little bit of Play-Doh. So in it goes. Oh, wow, look at that. Looks like a snowstorm. So again, Mrs. Turner's stirring away. Can you see what's happening? Look at that. It's getting more into a paste. Where's all that liquid gone? Where's all the water and the oil? It's been soaked up by the flour. So I'm stirring and I'm mixing and I'm trying to get it all together in a nice big pile of, what is it? What have we made? Can you see? Look at that. We've made Play-Doh. And then this, children, is the best bit. You can get your hands in the bowl. Give it a good mix round. Look. And if it's a little bit sticky, that means if some's still on your fingers, you can add a little bit more flour and rub it in. So look, can you see? You see what's in there? Look at that. Dandelion Play-Doh. So Mrs. Turner thought once you've made your dandelion Play-Doh, you could make something with it. And today I know that it's some people's birthdays. It was Amaya's birthday on Sunday. So what could we make to celebrate a birthday? What do you think? What should we make? A cake. So I'm moulding it into a cake shape. There we go, and I've even decorated it with a dandelion. And then in this big one, wow, I wonder whose birthday this could be. I'm going to put a grape. Oh, that's a bit too big, isn't it? So I'm going to put a bit in there. And then instead of putting a dandelion in, I'm going to put some candles. So see how many candles can I put in? Wow. And my last one. So how many candles are in there, children? Can you see? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think some of you might be 4, or you're going to be 4 very soon. So there you have it. Little scientists, our experiment did work. Dandelions, flour, water, oil and cream of tartar make Play-Doh. So I'd like you to see if you can have a go and show me some of your pictures of what you made. Thank you for listening, children. Have fun.